Now, Rabotai, we are learning to love your parents. Person must love his parents. You have to think in your life, and he writes over here, that they raised you. You don't remember now. You're probably, let's say, 20 or 30 or whatever age you are right now, but you don't remember, or you might be even 80. You might be even 70 listening to this, but you must understand there was one time when you were a baby of age of 6 months old. 1 year old. You don't remember that? Think about it. You definitely were a 1 year old, right? Once upon a time. So who was crying all night? You. You don't remember that, but you were crying. And who was taking care of you? Who was feeding you? Your mom. Who was changing your diapers? Your mom. Imagine every single time you poop, your mom comes, she changes your diapers, she this, she that. So therefore, your whole life, you owe a debt of gratitude. The fact that she brought you into the world, you owe a debt of gratitude. But not only that, she physically took care of you. Your father, all the bills that he paid for you, every bill. All right? I told one of my kids, I said, be careful. I said, why? He says, you better make sure you do a lot of torah mitzvot. That's what I want from you. I said, why? So I did everything for you. I fed you, I did this, that. That's what I want you to make sure you tzaddik your whole life. That's what makes me happy. So my dad was like, very nice, Daddy. Okay, Bezrat Hashem, we're going to do it. She finished the Tehillim many, many times. She says she finishes the Tehillim many, many times. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, she's saying, you have to love your parents. Think, how are you going to love them? They really took care of you growing up. How many times, I don't know if it ever happened to you, how many times you had a fight? At least Mike, I know for sure. He had a fight. What does he do? Now, he's a young kid. Maybe, in the shul, he had a fight. Daddy, little kid. Daddy, he's picking on me. And your father goes down there, you touched my son one more time. I'll never forget, one time I was in a shul, and one kid was really playing with his son, knocking him and pushing him and this and that and that. And I remember I was running the youth minyan at the time, and his father came down in the kid's face. The kid's nothing. You touched my son one more time. And the kid was shaking, He never ever touched his son ever again. Every day he was bullying him, pushing him. Finally the son went to tell his dad. And his dad came, his dad told this kid, you touched my son one more time, this and this is going to happen. Your father took care of you. Besides that, okay, but besides that, he took care of you. He put you into schooling. He put you into yeshiva. He gave you allowance. Remember, you were a little kid. You hit, Daddy, I want to buy pizza. Can you give me some money for pizza? I want to buy pizza, slush, and fries. Who gave you the money? Your dad gave you the money. That's the truth. All your life, you owe a debt of gratitude. The torah, mitzvot. And he made you a bar mitzvah. He made you a bris. Think about it. You must respect your parents. He says not only do you have to love your parents, but also you get long life for respecting them, but also your brothers and your sisters. Sometimes a person might see his brother or sister. They might not be getting in the derech of the Torah. Let's say, example. Somebody came to me. My brother doesn't learn Torah. Why not? I don't know. Doesn't have a chavruta, doesn't have a rabbi, doesn't have this, doesn't have a shul. So it should be your responsibility. Say, my dear brother, we got to get serious in life. Or you see your brother, let's say, struggling in business. See him struggling in business. I know a guy. He's a young guy. He has an older brother. He saw his older brother struggling in business, and he called him up and he said, listen, at the end of the day, my business is, doing well. Come join me, we'll put you a division and we'll make you a division. And he ended up doing that, and he ended up, Baruch Hashem, making a lot of parnasah like that. But what a person has to take care of, his brothers, his sisters, see what's up, how you doing, respect them, honor them. That's the honest truth. They invite you for Shabbat, let's say lunch or dinner. Don't be late, don't be this, be on time, be respectful, be this. Sometimes send them something just to have that connection. Because at the end of the day, he's writing over here, you have to love your relatives. You have to love the close relatives. You take care. Some people are nicer to their friends or whatever it is, than like their brother's not even a brother. No, a brother is a brother. You have to understand, a brother is a brother, a sister is a sister. Two sisters, they have to take care of each other. I know there was a lady, she gave birth, and she got a call from her sisters, like when she got birth. The next 2 weeks, you don't have to worry about anything in your house. Every night, we are making dinner, sending dinner for the next 2-3 weeks. She helped out. Think about it. A wife just gives birth. Who's going to cook the dinner every night for the kids? For the husband? Who's going to cook dinner every night? Go ahead. She has an 8th child. 7 kids in the house. What's going to happen? So one sister called her other sister. I heard you just gave birth. I'm very happy. Mabruk, Mazal Tov. It's such good news. This. I just want to tell you, the next month you have nothing to worry about. Dinner is being sent to your house every single night for you and your kids. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that sisterly love? You know? Sisterly love. You got to think. You got to see what's up. I had a friend of mine. His brother wasn't learning Torah. No Torah. His brother wasn't learning. He went ahead. He himself, he hired. He called his brother. He says, listen, I have the best, person for you to study with, to learn with. And it was a young Avrech, Kolel, rabbi. And he hired him. He said, listen, this is what it is. He told this person, I'm hiring you and I'm paying you and this, that. He ended up, they still learn together. For 6.5 years, they're learning together. And they don't miss. They don't miss. How? The brother, I know my own personal brother. I have a younger brother, Soli. I know my own personal brother. I came back from Israel. And he needed a place to grow in Torah. I spoke to J Torah Center at the time, Rabbi David Asher. You know Rabbi David Asher living in Munah? So over there, he was he had like Kolel learning, like for half day, like Kolel learning, and he was teaching over there. And at the end of the day, I went to J Torah. I spoke to a few people there, and I said the only way is, they told me 6:30 in the morning, come pray. They have a breakfast, they have learning, and after that, all the rabbis are there. You can speak to the rabbi and set him up. So I called my brother Soli. I said, Soli, it was hard because I had a lot of things in the morning. That morning happens to be, I had a lot of things. Stopped everything. So I'm picking you up. I was from far. I picked him up from there, everything, and I pumped him up. I'm going to take you out for breakfast and this, that right after, whatever. Even though they have breakfast in shul, we'll go out. We'll make something nice. Picked him up, and I set him up with Rabbi David Asher to learn with. And they learned together for, at least 5 years straight. A few hours there every day, 2 hours. 5 years straight. Why? It takes that caring and that sensitivity. You have to look out for your family members. You have to look out for everybody, but especially the Torah, the Orchot Sadikim is telling you especially to your relatives. And we see that from where? Lot and Abraham. Abraham went to save his nephew Lot. Right? Correct? Yes or no? Right? That's what he's trying to say. You have a proof right there. These are all great lessons they have to know. Sisterly love and brotherly love. Sisterly love and brotherly love. You have a brother, take care of him. See what you can do. See what you can do to enhance his life. How to make it easier. Right? He's not learning, get him into the learning. You have a sister, take care of her, you can help her. I told you all the examples about giving birth, and I told you examples of setting your brothers learning. And that's what it is, sisterly and brotherly love. Has to be special. Sometimes you want a connection, call them. You can call them. Some people, they have brothers living across country, or a sister across country. Give them a call. Shabbat, before Shabbat, hey, how you doing? I was thinking about you, Shabbat Shalom. You know how good they would feel? My mother-in-law had a sister that moved to Israel years back. And my wife told me, every single morning, hi, how are you? Good morning. How's everything? How's your life doing? This, that. Every single morning they had like a conversation, only to bring that the sisterly love. That's what it is. I'm not saying do it every single morning, but once in a while, your sister's living cross country, your brother's living cross country, whatever it is. Give them a call. How you doing? I was just thinking about you. How's everything? How's your family? How's this? How's that? It's respect. It's respect. Especially it says, Achicha gadol, kabed et avicha ve'et imecha, vav larabot achicha hagadol. That's what the pasuk says. Kabed et avicha ve'et imecha. What's the vav of ve'et? Vav larabot achicha hagadol, to respect the older brother. You see this in yan of respect. And also, it brings out love. It brings out that love. And it's respectable. Come on, stop here. Send out all these recordings to your friends. Let them know. Get them involved with Orchot Sadikim over here.